Hi, this is Amazon, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechatronics Engineering. I would like to welcome you for another session in the videos of engineering drawing. Everybody knows engineering drawing is the basic factor. It's already we have discussed in the previous videos. Now I'm moving towards the next set of topic is about projection of plane surfaces. In the previous two videos, we have discussed about the projection of lines and projection of points, how it can be viewed in top view, front view, side view, like that. Everything we have discussed right now. Now is the term to understand about what is the projection of planes. And so normally the planes is the projection of the surfaces which has possess different which has n number of sizes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But as for engineering drawing, the most important thing we have to understand about how to make the projection of triangle, rectangle, square, and then pentagonal of 5 sides and hexagonal of 6 sides. Like this we are going to discuss right now. In this video we have discussed about a pentagonal plate. So normally the pentagonal plate is normally as a 5 sizes. So I like to share with an solid software which can be easily viewed, right? So give me a second for transferring this video. So now I am going to draw a pentagonal plate of 28 mm, which is placed on one side of HP. Such the surface is inclined 45 degree to HP and it is always a perpendicular to VP. So first I have to draw the initial line of the XY plane, that is nothing but horizontal plane, which is I am going to mention this as so vertical plane, which is normally represents the top view or front view, and horizontal plane, which normally represents top view. From this, as I said, the layer. So the one side is, as per question, is perpendicular to VP. So I have to draw one side is perpendicular. So this assumes this perpendicular. The line is about given as a 28 mm, right? So I have drawn the 28 mm line. From here, this point is 28 mm line. So from this line, I have to draw the edge to make understand of projection of pentagon, right? So from this, I have to make a 28 mm at an angle of 18 degree, right? Because total angle is 72. So for 90 minus 72 minus 90 degree. So similarly, I'm going to remove this. From this point, I have to draw. From this point, I have to make a 28 mm with minus 18 degree. So another plate is come. Similarly, I have to make an arc from. I have to draw an arc by 3 points from this point. So total distance. Arc by center point from this. The radius is 28. So I have to arc like this. Similarly, I have to cut an arc size of 28 mm. So from this point, I'm going to cut the arc from this point. So by using this one, I'm going to remove this fillet. So for joining the points, then I am joining from this edge to another this edge, from similarly this edge to this edge. So the final projection of pentagonal view has been obtained. So from this view, I am going to draw the view from this position. From this position, from the edge, I have to make a trace line. Similarly, I am going to trace the line from this point to this one. Similarly, from this point to this one. So for the easy visibility, I am going to change this line as a thin lines instead of thick lines. So size has been reduced, and I'm going to change this color as in different colors. So the trace line can be easily identified. Similarly, for texting that this is an A dash, A in bracket, we can able to see one side as 1. Similarly, this as B, the second side as 2. Similarly, this one as C, the back side has been 3. And this one as D, and back side has been 4. And the upper part is E, and surface will be marked as 5. So from this point, I am going to draw the thick line of from this mm to this surfaces, and it has from the plate. So this plate will be in different colors with their maximum thickness. So to understand how the view has been identified, right? So the different colors I am going to use is the red color for clear understanding of view. So again, this line I have to transfer the total length of 43.09. This is the final view we have obtained. From this line, I have to mark from this 43.09 is the total length at an angle of they have given us inclined to 45 degree to HP, right? So I have to make it 45 degree. So the line has been drawn like this. The red line has been converted into this like structures, right? So from this point, I have to trace the line from the top view from this below. Similarly, all points have to be drawn from this. Similarly, the edges surfaces right up. So the distance between these two surfaces has to be retrieved right up. So I'm using this plane for the distance. So the distance of 26.23. So from this point, I am to draw this 26.23 and an angle of 45 degrees. So I can able to match the plane. From this point, I'm going to draw a perpendicular line. So it is also representing this one. So I am going to remove this. So this line I have to draw for clarity purposes. I am going to make it as thin line with a different color of rose color right now. So similarly, I have to take the trace line from this point to this one, which is a perpendicular distance. Similarly, from this point to this point. So similarly, from this point to this point. Similarly, from this point to this point. From point C to things. So now I'm going to move this, remove the excess lines item. So I want to remove the excess line. So I am going to draw the one straight line from somewhere at the point, which is because we can't able to understand clear, right? So using the trim option, I'm going to trim everything inside. Then finally, I'm going to remove this also. So for flat surface of lines, so for clear understanding, we can able to use these kind of things in solid software. So excess lines has been removed, and also these are the trace lines. So I'm going to change this as less number of sides along with the different color pattern. So this is the final projection item. So by naming, when I see from this view, so when I'm going to see from this view, right arm. So from this view, we can able to mark it as this fellow item. So from this point, I am to mark it as this one is an from B dash will be seen and A dash will not be seen. Similarly, when I look from this point, C dash will be seen and E dash will not be seen. Similarly, from this point, D dash will be seen and I will know its point. Similarly, I have to mark this as B dash. Similarly, this will be your A dash and this will be your C dash. In bracket, it will be an E dash and this one will be your D dash. So next is marking of common points right down. So where E is available here, where the point is, where the point of E has been intersecting. That is the most important thing we have to look after it. Once the point has been intersecting from E to E. So the E to E is the most important point. From this point, they will be I will be marked this as E of 1. And this point will be marked as A of 1 because the A point will intersect with an A point. Similarly, this will be considered as B of 1. Similarly, this point will be considered as C of 1. Similarly, this point will be considered as D of 1. So this is how we have to draw. So then we have to make these surface joints. So this marking is means a perfect role how the projection of points will be carried out in a particular sector. Without understanding these marking points, the value of understanding of projections cannot be viewed seriously. So I like to change this one into a different set of slides. Now I like to join from this point right, and from this is an A, from A to B with a thickness with a different thickness, and similarly B to C and C to and C to D. So the line will be extra will be, I am going to use the trim option to trim the excess points. Then from point D to E, then E to D. Sorry. From point D to E. So this is how the final projection has been carried out, right? The next part is to give the dimensional part. So the dimensional part, when I click this surfaces, it will show the 28 mm. Similarly, any side we can be able to see it is 25 mm. Then similarly, the total dimension of this one is 43.9, this one is 43.09. This is the final view. Similarly, for understanding the angle between two surfaces, this one and this one will be taken into consideration. That will show 108 degrees. So everybody is understood that how the basic drawing of a pentagonal prism has been carried out will be seen in this video. Hope everybody is understood and have a knowledge about how it has been drawn in the particular sectors. Thank you for watching this video. This is signing off by Sambasam, Assistant Professor, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore.